Hello and welcome back to the Microsoft PowerPoint application course. We will continue with the topic formatting text and layout, and specifically we'll be looking at three other topics in this video: creating and working with columns, using FormatPainter, and changing case of text. So let's pull out our presentation. And so the first one we will look at is creating and working with columns. So if you want to set columns in your PowerPoint, columns are like in newspapers where you read things in columns where they are not written from one side of the page or document to the end, but they can divide it into columns and you can have some text written in one column and text in other columns. So let's see how this works. If I want to insert columns in PowerPoint, I will simply go to select the text I want, and I would go to Home, Paragraph, and here I see Add or Remove Columns tab. So I will click on the arrow. So currently this is one column, that is one of this box is one. I can make it two, and I click. So now I made it two columns. Let's see how to do that. So if we continue typing, normally the text can go all the way from this point to the end. But let's see what happens. You see, then it goes to the top because it's at the end of one column and it continues in the other column. I press space and I type, space and I type. So this is basically two columns. I can go back and I can make it three columns by clicking Home, drop down. I can also say more columns if I want more than three. So I will say three columns, and you see the space is reduced again. And let's continue typing. So see, and it's three columns. Now we can maybe make this better by maybe doing a bit more by going to columns. Let's say more columns. And here you can say I want to space my three columns, maybe so that I can have some space in between them, 1.5, and I will leave it at three columns. I will say OK. And so clearly you can see some space between the columns. And that's how you create columns in PowerPoint. So let's click Save. The next topic is using FormatPainter. So let's go back to slide 2. Increase this guy a bit. FormatPainter simply means, so if I want to add the effect of one text to another without really going through the commands or instructions to do that. So for example, if I do should, I select it and I change the color to this, and I make it bold, I make it underline, italics, and I change the size to maybe 32. Now instead of doing the same to another, maybe I want this word here to be the same effect. I can use the FormatPainter, and this is the FormatPainter. So this allows you to copy the effect of this text to another text. So I can select it. I go to Home menu, under Clipboard I click FormatPainter. One time I clicked, and which means I can only apply it to one text at a time. So if I go to this text here and I click, hold my mouse and select it, there you go. Let's click outside. So that's how FormatPainter works. If I want to apply it to multiple texts without switching off the FormatPainter, let's say I want to do it to a number of texts here, I can select the text again that I want the format. I go to FormatPainter. This time I will double click 1, 2, and I see the FormatPainter icon. I go to the first text and I will, made a mistake. So I need to do that again. If you don't select well, it might switch off. So select it and I go to FormatPainter. Let's say I go in, yes, select this one, there you go. Oh, and I only selected one time, so I will repeat this again by selecting. I will double click, go in, select this guy, there you go. FormatPainter is still on. Select this other one, which I keep making the mistake that I shouldn't be doing. So let's try one more time, but let's undo what we have done. So undo, and start again. Select, double click, and let's go here. You select this one. Let's go to the second one. Select that one. Go to the third one. So you can keep doing it, and you can even move to another slide, and you can do the same. See that? And when you want to switch it off, you go back to the FormatPainter and you click. So that's basically how you can use the FormatPainter. And the last topic we will talk about here is changing the case of text. So you can put your text in capital or small letters, or lower cases, as we call it. So for example, let's see if we want to change how the casing look like. Where you can find the casing, for example, is this ChangeCase, and if you click it down, there's a number of them. Okay, so but let's not do that. So let's select this one here. I select school starts tomorrow, and I go to home, go to ChangeCase. So let's put it as uppercase, and see it's changed to capital letters. I'm still selecting it again. I go to home, go to ChangeCase, and I put all in small letters. I can still go back to home, ChangeCase, and I can go back to capitalize each word, which means each first letter of each word is in capital letter. And I select it again, home. Let's see what toggle means. And in toggle, the first letter of each word is a lowercase or small letter. And let's put it back to the original one, which is sentence case, by going back and sentence case, and that's it. And this basically brings us to the end of this video. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.